Sagittarius, thank you for joining me and welcome to your reading for June 2014. I'm excited to be here with you guys, and finally we're on a proper setup, so thank you for everybody who was patient with me when I was using alternative media to record these for you. It allowed me to actually do these for you at a time when I didn't really have a lot of time to do it, so it really cut down on my production. So I'm glad to be back in my normal capacity and filming for Sagittarius, which I actually watch a lot for myself. Anyway, I have 3 oracle cards to show you guys. First, of course, we have the Whispers of Love Oracle, which is like my favorite deck ever. So we're going to pick a card from that one for a message for June. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a love reading for June. We'll figure it out. We'll get going there. So here is a card from Doreen, because you know she's the bomb, thebomb.com. Whoever has thebomb.com is a lucky person, by the way. And here is a card from Hicks Abraham Collective. Let's see what they have to say about your June. Hey, it's June. So we're going to do some astrology reading for Sagittarius. Now, you can watch this if it's your sun, moon, or rising Sag, or if you're like a high-placing Scorpio rising like me, then maybe you can watch this as well to get some benefit from the information here. But first, let's see your focus cards. At the end of the video, we're going to do a live Reiki session for Ascension. So we're elevating today. Today, I'm filming still on the full moon, and it's quite lovely and inspiring. So here we go. First card we have. So here is the... so you're meant to spend some quality time together. Okay. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those we are insignificant relationships with, listening and talking with each other. Aw, Sagittarius, you're in love again. Again. Aw. How beautiful is that? Okay, next. Doreen. What does Doreen have to say for the month of June? I know we use these cards a lot, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for you to disconnect from the world. Sagittarius is running away and spending time on some type of retreat or adventure. Some wonderful energy. Let me tell you, the astrology for Sagittarius is amazing. So, and then from the Higgs boson, I'll call it the Abraham boson, we have, I can focus on what I do want in a relationship. Pretty powerful messages. Let me read this one for you. I usually hold this up so you guys can read it. Pause the video if you like yourself and read it. But here it is. By focusing upon the wanted characteristics of those around you, you train your vibrational offering to match only the best in them. And then the law of attraction can no longer match up with the worst in them. When you focus upon the worst of them and train your vibrational offering to match only the worst in them, the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the best of them. You see? So focus on the best in people. This is a major theme this week that I'm reading. By focusing upon the wanted characteristics of those around you, you train your vibrational offering to match only the best in them. That's beautiful. You know, really, truly amazing. Amazing gifts. Okay. So, because I'm back on my fanciness, I'm being extra again, a little bonus extra. Here is your chart. So, I'm going to break this down for you guys real simple and quick, so don't worry about it. It's not a lot of astrology, but it's important to take notice that in your 8th house, you have Mars moving into Cancer. So this will allow you to really want to make a lot of change in your life, make a lot of change and transition. just begin new things. Also, occult stuff is going to be very, very interesting to you. You're going to be like, I want to try some, magic. I want to dabble in some dibble. I want to try something new, fiddle my whittle. I don't know. So here we go. We have 3 cards. All right. So I'm picking from the Dreamers Tarot, the Dreaming Way Tarot, my favorite new tarot deck. Absolutely love this one. Okay, so let's take a look at your first card. This is the thesis, the main posit in our inquiry. Ooh, 2 of Cups, not a bad start. Seriously, Sagittarius, your whole month is all about love. June is love for Sagittarius month, and I'll tell you how you get there. So 2 of Cups, love, relationships, feeling one with others, feeling connection, really identifying who's important in your life and where you should invest your time and energy. That's understandable. This is the antithesis, so the opposite energy. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So there's some kind of project or idea that's calling your name. It really wants you to make a change, right? So we're thinking about Mars in the 8th house. And this is your disposition. Mars is the planet of action, what you want to do. So on the one hand, you are wanting to enjoy love. It's the house of shared resources. It's the house of sex. So Mars in the 8th house will make you particularly kind of excitable and in love and easy to love. And then on the opposite end, you may want to make sudden changes, and projects and ideas will be out on the horizon that you'll feel very excited about. The synthesis of this Martian energy in your 8th house is Temperance. So take it easy, particularly if you are so inclined to make quick changes and transitions. Remember the consequences of fast change, right? But these changes are only for the better, only for the best. If there's a project that you are thinking about, remember this is shared resources. You may be looking for other people to give you some kind of financial boost. Okay, so next let's talk about June 6th, and this is when Venus moves into Taurus. So visually speaking, if you guys want a little cue here, that's here in your 6th house. So Venus is alone in the 6th house here. This is the house of service, okay? Service to others. And so Venus will be in Taurus for about 28 days. 28 days, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, so you will feel like you want to lounge around, enjoy yourself, enjoy what you have earned, enjoy the body you have earned, enjoy the effort that you've put into yourself through diet and exercise. You'll feel as though you really want to bestow the world around you in a lot of love on a regular basis, on a daily basis for the time period. I think that you need to be really careful of overeating. So make sure that you're not overindulging in things, feeling as though you have it covered and you can take it easy. So on a regular basis, practice that self-love and nurturing. So the first card for Venus in the 6th house, 7 of Pentacles. So whatever you are working towards is a long-term investment in love, towards some positive outcome, towards some positive feedback or financial feedback or kickback for whatever you have tried to earn. The antithesis for Venus in the 6th house is the Hanged Man, right? So the Hanged Man means that even though, the Hanged Man means that there is some consequences to things. So Venus in the 6th house, okay, so even though you want to take a certain course of action, you feel really inclined to take a certain course of action and choice and decision, there are consequences and responsibilities towards others. The service house, right? Responsibilities towards others that may be holding you back from fully pursuing your own plan. Interesting. Okay, so focusing on what you want in a relationship has to be always done in a practical sense. So how are you going to incorporate that in a functional way in your life? The outcome is, so the 2 of Wands. So this is a change in perspective. You may have to change your plans a little bit with regard to how you approach things. because maybe you see a certain course of action or a certain choice in a course of action, but it might not actually play out in the way that you had hoped. The outcome is this change of perspective, going a different direction, trying a different route. Remember, retreat, disconnect. There's this kind of, you have the hall pass, Sagittarius. So in one aspect, you are fully connecting, but you have the opportunity to say, oh, June's my month. I'm not too much pressing. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to kind of tap out and take care of a different quality within myself, which is the heart. So anything else can really take a back seat to matters of the heart. So next we have on the 6th as well, Mercury moving into Gemini, which is in your 7th house of partnership. Right now we're looking at the map of the 12th. I'm not going to switch it around. It's just easier this way. But Mercury moves into your 7th house of partnership. This is Ceres, the goddess of nourishment, and then also the sun is there. So until the 22nd of June, between the 6th and the 22nd, big conversations are happening with regard to partnership. Ceres is leading you to be extremely well predisposed to a positive experience in your relationship. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to really reap the positive benefits of your effort towards a partnership, so you can go out on a whim a little bit and try a little bit harder to get noticed, etc. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. So really open your mouth and speak your truth clearly. There's also potential for a big partnership with regard to work. You have to really openly communicate and encourage them in whatever direction you are taking. So, this is the card of Gemini. It's the Lover's card. So making bonds with others, setting down a pact. There's this kind of connection and leverage that you have this month. You're able to really communicate, especially for those 2 weeks between the 6th and the 22nd. You have this ability to bring matters to life. So if there's a stagnant relationship, this is your time to speak up and bring it in closer. Remember, our first card was talk to each other. Talk. So antithesis. So we have the 7 of Wands, sticking up for what you believe in. And I feel like this is nonverbal. So I feel like this is open communication. And the opposite of that is that nonverbal quality. And we're just going to get to that in a minute. But we have Saturn here in Sagittarius. So you know your truth. You've been getting the hard lessons, Sagittarius. You've been getting the very hard lessons about who you are. And now you have something to show for it. These are the lessons. You can't knock me off my path. This is who I am. So I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna prove myself to the world. I'm gonna stand in opposition to the opposition. So maybe not so much talking, but more showing. So it's like talking versus showing, speaking your truth, showing your truth. And you need to decide and blend them into some kind of mush that works for you. The outcome of this energy is the Star. Sagittarius, soulmate in the 7th house. Hey. I feel like Sagittarius is going to hit the bullseye on this one. The beautiful Star card. This is the card of Aquarius. That doesn't mean that Aquarians are your soulmates, but maybe Sagittarius, Aquarius. It rhymes, right? So maybe you're looking for that balance in your partnership between someone with whom you can show your emotions and what's going on for you and who resonates and understands what you're communicating. And then maybe on the other level, you're looking for someone who you can speak with and communicate your ideas with. So maybe you're looking for a balance, and maybe that's the magic formula for you to find who the ideal partner is, right? That soulmate. Okay? Not too bad, I have to say. So next we're going to talk about Jupiter, and Jupiter's going direct in your 11th house. That's pretty good. 11th house is a friendship house, but oftentimes with transits of Jupiter in the 11th house, that precedes marriage as well. So you could be very well meeting a friend that's going to turn into a partner, a life partner, or a long period, decade partner, or something like that right now. So you have Jupiter going direct. So Jupiter retrograde is still good. It's just not as intense. And now you're going to see an influx of people really coming into your life, particularly people you want to keep in touch with. So when Jupiter's in your 11th house, it's not only the volume, but the quality of people really greatly improves in your life. So let's take a look at what cards we have for this transit. So here is your first message. And here we have the 5 of Cups. So you've recognized certain things that haven't met your standard with regard to social relationships. You haven't gotten everything that you wanted. And I think that you're really coming into focus about what you want and who you want it from. And you know your kind of trajectory, you know which direction to go. The antithesis, or the opposite statement, is the Empress. So the ideal woman, see, I told you, if you're looking for the ideal partner, maybe he or she comes. Or maybe you yourself are projecting those values of beauty, values of creation, values of nature, you know. The higher elevated manifestation of the divine feminine is coming through you, you know, and you're bringing it forth. The outcome, or the synthesis, the combination of the two, the positive and the negative, is the 6 of Swords. So choosing to know who to leave this month is also important. Distancing yourself from the inappropriate relationship. The relationship, the friendship, I mean, the relationship that is in some way holding you back, or possibly not giving you everything that you need, not in line with where you are going with things, right? So next we have the full moon, which is not highlighted here, but it's going to happen right here, conjunct Saturn. This is a huge full moon for you and Taurus. You and Taurus get the biggest full moon. The reason for this is that it's in your first house. So we already talked about Saturn in the first house, but it's done real number. Your personality has been challenged, and your personality has been under a microscope for about 2 years, and now you are proving yourself. Now you are moving forward and showing the lessons that you've learned from Saturn in Sagittarius. And so with the Saturn in Sagittarius transit and the full moon that happens in it, this is the highest level of the energy that you are going to be able to share with others. In fact, next year, Saturn's going to move into your second house. So this is your last opportunity to really crescendo the lessons that you have been learning about yourself and your personality and share that with others. Is that to make changes, or is that to see a payoff, some dividend come through, some reward for all the hits that you've taken over the last 2 years to prove yourself beautiful and worthy and all that jazz. So your first message, this is the thesis for your first house. This is a big one. The full moon on the 9th is huge for you. 9 of Wands. So knowing where to draw your boundaries. This is the card of personal boundaries for me, you know. Knowing where to draw your boundaries, when to move on a situation, when to back off. I feel like the whole month is about tact and diplomacy. And that's not only for you, that's for several signs. Tact and diplomacy, slow progress towards what you really want in your heart, and also knowing how to discern when something's inappropriate, you know. Here is the next message, the antithesis, the last judgment. So on the one hand, you know that you need to back off certain things, certain people, certain experiences. And here it comes the antithesis, the last judgment card. Okay. So this is the judgment. Oh, I'll give it another chance. Oh, you know, I'll give this person another try. I think Sagittarius is prone to that, to have that second chance kind of mentality, you know. If even though something's off, something's wrong, something's not fulfilling your needs, you have that ability to go back on things. So on the one hand, you have this clear boundary that you know something's not working for you, but then you're wondering because you increase in scope of perception. So you just elevate your perception and see how we're all just ants. And so therefore any transgressions you've experienced are minuscule in the grand scheme of things. And you're like, hey, that person wasn't that bad. Well, you know, you have to discern whether that's true or not. It's different for everyone. It's not like this is bad, this is good. It's just, this is the point and this is the opposition. And here is the outcome. So we have 3 of Pentacles, you know. At the end of the day, ask yourself, this is the solution, and it's very easy to see. The solution is, how much effort have they given towards me, and how much effort have they supported in me? So is this a person who's actually helping me to elevate? Is this a person who's respecting the efforts that I put into situations? That's the question you should be asking yourself through the full moon. And it's a huge full moon. So with the full moon, you should expect to have some degree of separation if there is a situation that's not becoming of you. Or there's a huge reward if you've been in some way, you know, blessed with the opportunity or been working in the appropriate direction. And there's some real positive outcome with that. Okay, next we're going to take a look at Neptune, and Neptune is in your Neptune, where are you? In Pisces. Where's Pisces? Oh, down here. Okay, so 4th house Neptune. Okay. Well, that's big. Family issues, and I don't feel like it's maybe family issues, but more so people around you, and you're really thinking about how you contribute to family issues. Like, how is that actually, you know, adding in to your experience of helping your family members to heal and grow. So it's all of a sudden everybody around you is going to have problems, you know, that they're trying to uproot, trying to figure out. And I feel as though you're being kind of put front and center to help them reconcile them. Some of this might overlap to you personally, but I think mostly this is like, you know, your aunt suddenly has an awareness that she wants to make up with your mother, and you get caught in the middle trying to help them come together, you know? So it's that kind of stuff. Secondary family issues, peripheral family issues that you just somehow get enmeshed with and asked to help with. So your thesis is Page of Cups, maybe new relationships, a new baby in the family coming through. There's this awareness that babies, when they come into life, the whole family is elevated, because it's almost like a jet stream of energy coming into the family, and everyone grows and everyone prospers. It's like this energetic principle of the manifestation of energy. It's like an angel coming in, right? So regardless if it's like a primary family member, secondary family member, the whole family is elevated when there's a birth. So congratulations if that's the case for you. If there's no actual family member that's being manifested, then maybe there is some other pursuit that someone is unpacking and moving towards. The antithesis for this energy, the opposite energy, is the King of Pentacles. Status quo, rules. These two are opposite. So this is, okay, so this is the rigidness, you know, the rigidity of stability in the 4th house. Very, very rigid. But your 4th house is ruled by Pisces, which is a water sign, right? So new spring, hope in the family, emotional opportunity. But there's a status quo. There's a massive status quo. It could be tradition. It could be, it's tied to money in some way, potentially, you know, the financial backdrop, you know, he's holding the money, you know. Anyway, I was thinking of a song, but I'm not going to sing it. The outcome of this is the star. Look at the star come through. If somebody's having a baby, maybe it's your soulmate. I think so. In your family, if somebody's having a baby. Or how far away are we? We're not quite there for Aquarian births, right? Are we? Our babies in June? They're Aquarian babies. Woo, you guys. You better get on that. Better tap that butt, you know. but also there's a transcendent moment. This is also proof that exactly where you are is where you're meant to be, right? And everything is falling into place exactly as it should. It's like the natural flow. It's a confirmation of the natural flow of the universe being brought forward for you, yeah, and through you. And you can't really get away from it. I mean, you can swim across the against the current, but you're just going to end up getting with, you know, whatever else. Okay, so next we're looking at the new moon, and this is the last one for today. So we have new moon in Cancer, and that's coming up in your 8th house. And this is the huge change, transformation, ascension. This is why we're doing Reiki for ascension. By then, you're going to have the sun and the Mercury and Mars in your 8th house of change. This is a very exciting new moon. Actually, in combination of the full moon and the new moon, this is some of the most exciting combinations that I've seen in a while. I think that for you, both the full moon and the new moon in June is going to be quite epic. Yeah, so I think that you are able now to step through something that you have never thought you would step through before. It's true ascension, true overcoming of whatever, and connection. The soulmate card came through twice, right? Connection to the right place and the right time. And baby making. For those of you who want babies, this is an amazing time for baby making. Okay, so let's take a look at your first card for the new moon. The reason I'm doing it like this is I don't know if I'll be able to do a new moon and full moon reading. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. This is a huge pregnancy card, guys. The 8th house is the house of sex, so you may be really kind of having that kind of intimate connection with your partner. If you don't have a partner, someone's coming through on the horizon. Someone's getting your attention, or you're getting someone's attention. Next, the antithesis, the Queen of Cups, the emotional reality. Ooh, and in Cancer, oh, if you date women, hey girl, if you're dating women, it's you're on fire. You're on fire with the ladies. But maybe it's also you having very emotive sexual experiences at this time. By that I mean like very emotionally charged sexual connections, you know, and robust, you know, emotionally robust. And when you're really truly authentic within your sexual relationships and dynamic, right? If that's the energy at which you come through your connection with someone else, then there is that portal of ascension that's happening through in the new moon. I really, really encourage you guys to be very tentative with transition statements during the new moon. So nothing about like, don't be loose with, I want to end this, I want to end that, you know, all this stuff. You want to be very, very tentative. The new moon is the seed, and it's going to chase you for 12 months. So you have to be very mindful on a new moon. You want to really program yourself for the best possible outcomes, acceptance of what must come, and relinquishing the shadow, right? And here is the next message. The outcome, King of Swords. Oh, geez, that's Aquarius. Hey, girl. Somebody do the math. Is the baby conceived in June an Aquarian baby? You guys do the math. So we have King of Swords. Oh, hey. So maybe for some of you, Aquarius coming through, there's that touchdown here in the new moon. The touchdown is happening across the board in the readings, by the way. So watch it for your sun, moon, rising, Mars, Venus, whatever you like. But there's this touchdown in the new moon. If you follow through, if you're kind to your family members, if you welcome in new friends, if you really enjoy yourself, take some time out to enjoy yourself, here's your touchdown manifestation. Ooh, pretty good stuff. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a like and subscribe. I'm going to do the Reiki session for Ascension. And I feel like the King of Swords is where we're at with this one. Okay, so we're going to use him as the qualifier. Interesting energy. Very exciting. So, oh, and look here. I had this deck to the side, the Hicks deck. Look. Oh my gosh. Babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. Okay, so you guys get a double whammy for that. Even though you are only months old in your physical body, this is very good for the new moon. You are a very old and wise creator focused in that baby's body, and you came in with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, the child could not be the creator of its own experience, but it's our promise that you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, which are the reasons for what they attract, even from the time of birth. Aww. We'll use this as our... Okay, so you know what? I'll give you guys this. So, okay, so now we're going to do... Okay, good times. Okay, so I'm just putting everything away nicely. And I'll show you guys the next one. I think this is huge message for Sagittarius. It's a huge message for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to begin the Reiki session. You guys join me if you're a Reiki practitioner. So I'll start with this. This helps me to find the start point. Okay. Hi everybody, thank you for joining me and welcome to this Reiki session for Ascension. So we are doing this on the full moon in Scorpio, so super exciting day to do that. If you are a Reiki practitioner, feel free to add Reiki into the session, whether you're practicing live or whether you are practicing after I've posted the video. It all helps. So I have a couple cool cards. I'll read this for you at the end of the video. And I have a tektite from Tibet to show you guys, which is a meteorite. Super exciting. Very powerful energy. I love it. Tibetan tektite. Yes. And then we have this blue volcanic indigo garba, which is seeing through things. Wonderful. Yay. Ascension. Whatever it means to you. And here's some petrified wood. I'll hold that in my left hand. And a beautiful fluorite. And I'll hold that in my right for healing the heart center and for clearing the mind. Yes. Very beautiful. Yay. Okay, so if you guys are ready, let's begin. If everybody can be mindful of the group energy and not distract the practice, that would be great. But if you feel like you need something to say to contribute, please do so as well. I will see you in about 10 minutes, and everybody connect in any way that you like. Okay, so thank you very much. And I'm going to read this card over for you guys now with keen awareness. Just allow all the energy of Reiki to come and help you in your life. It is something that you can do over and over again. So if this is a focus for you at this time, you may want to do this video several times over. So babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. Okay. If you want to read this yourself, here it is. You can pause the video. And then it says, even though you are only months old in your physical body, you are very old and wise creator focused in that baby's body. And you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, the child could not be a creator of his own experience. But if our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience, but it is our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, which are the reason for what they attract, even from their time of birth. I hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you so much for joining me. Please give me a like for this Reiki session. And check it out on my app. We have the Reiki sessions on the app in the meditations tab. Anyway, talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.